So good morning everybody, it is Liv from Handknitsbyliv, and if you are new here I make knitting podcast videos and I am hoping to make some videos that aren't just for knitting, so I want to sort of change it up a little bit at times. So anyway, it is 10 o'clock this morning and still got a cold, but I thought I would film because I am behind on uploading videos. I think I'm like 2 weeks behind of some podcasts, so I want to try and get that out, like get the videos out there and done. Also, if I did mention last time, when I hit 400 subscribers, I will be doing another giveaway, and I think I'm at 383, so that's really great. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed to me. If we can hit 400, then giveaway will happen again, and every 100 subscribers that I have, I will do a giveaway. Some probably will not be knitted related. There'll be some that are just, you know, non-knitting and knitting related. So yeah. Also, the wind is really bad this morning. Look at my cat. Listen to that wind. Oh. Absolutely horrible. Horrible. So yeah, it is very windy this morning, so I'm really sorry if my camera picks up on the wind. I do apologise. So anyway, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, and I have quite a few things to show you all this morning. So yeah, let's get coffee making, because I have not had a coffee yet and I am really needing one. So yeah. Then say hi. Say hi. Benny. Look at her. Cutie. One coffee is done. Okay, so we are back in my usual background. I can't actually drink my coffee right now. It's very hot, so I'm just going to wait for it to cool down a little bit. So you might not actually see me even drinking my coffee because I did not put enough milk in, which is my own fault, and I really cannot be bothered to go back down and put milk in and then back up. And yeah, I'm pretty lazy. Anyway, so first things that I'm going to show you are the current projects that I have been working on, and a project that I have finished. Now, if you know on Instagram, you would have seen I went on holiday about a week and a bit ago now, and it was absolutely lovely, really relaxing holiday. Obviously I did some knitting as well, and I finished up my shawl. One of the shawls that I did. So this is the shawl. Really disappointed in myself though, because I did mess up. When I was on holiday, I was very tired and I just wanted to get this finished. Really bad decision of mine. I carried on knitting and made a hole. And I did try and pick up the stitch, but it just was completely messed up that I did not have a crochet hook in hand. I didn't have my usual things to help me, so I was really quite stuck. So yeah, I've got this sort of hole here, which is not the best, but that's it. So everything else went okay. I then blocked it, and it's obviously grown a little bit bigger, but I haven't I should have knitted for a little bit longer, I think, because it's not long enough. But I will show you it on. Haven't weaved in my ends. I've got my ends to weave in here, but because I'm not very happy with it, I feel like I'm not actually taking as much care of it, and it's just sort of going to be dunked away somewhere and never probably seen again. But yes, I'm just not very happy with how it turned out. I really wish that I did a better job at knitting this up. But on the back you just can see it's very short, it's not long enough at all. I am very small, so I think I thought I would fit in this and it would be long enough. And yeah, so that was disappointing. And also I was going to think of having it at the front and then, you know, doing that. But again, it's not long enough to do this. So yeah, I kind of am really disappointed in myself, but this is what it looks like. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think. You can let me know, but I'm just not happy with it. Things I'm working on. I am working on 3 shawls at the minute. Now, as you can tell, I'm quite shawly obsessed at the minute. That is because it is nearly summer. It does not sound like summer outside, but it is nearly summer in August time or July. And I am going away again, and I would like to have a shawl with me, not knitted, not knitting on. I would like it to wear finished and everything. So one shawl that I'm working on is called the Summer Shawl, and it is this one here. Now, I did on my last video say you guys can pick which yarn to use. It was out of this one or this colourful one here, this one here. I am still going to be knitting a shawl in this, but because I couldn't decide which one to knit in, I decided I'm going to do both. So yeah, I'm using the We Are Knitters baby wool. This is sprinkled denim. It's beautiful. And this is the shawl. So we got the simple, got the yarn overs at the side for the pattern, and then it's just increasing all the way across. So yeah, I'm doing that. And then I'm going to knit another shawl in this colour yarn, which is the King Cole Drifter 4-ply. I do really like the colours, but I wasn't sure if it would look good in a shawl, but quite a lot of people have said do it in the shawl, make a shawl out of it, so I will, and I can't wait. And then the other thing I'm knitting on is this shawl. You probably saw this, I posted it when I was on holiday, and I have not started on it since, which is awful really, and it's a complete utter mess. Like, look at all this yarn. Oh, anyway, it is this shawl here. So I have started on it, and it is like a really nice pinkish colour. I mean, the camera does no justice for it, but it is really nice and plummy pink. So yeah, that's something that I'm also knitting on that I want to get finished too. So yeah, and that's just a normal garter stitch, so it's really, really simple. And then the other thing I'm knitting on, which I showed in my last video, is the asymmetrical shawl. Not really grown very much since, haven't really been knitting on it very much, but this is what it looks like. I've got my stitch marker here, but yeah, this is what the middle looks like, and it's sort of like a nice sort of pattern. You can tell it's not the same either side, but yeah, the colours in it I really like. I think they're very pretty. So I've got that one to knit on. So they're all of my shawls. Then I am knitting on a hat on straight needles, which I don't often do anymore. I usually knit in the round, but I did not have my circular needles for this size long enough and all that stuff to do it, so I had to do it on straight needles. But this is the Debbie Bliss yarn. Nearly finished this ball. It is only 50 grams, so it won't last long. But I'm just doing moss stitch, as you can see. I've ribbed the bottom and the rest is moss stitch, and this is going to be like a really nice hat. And I really can't wait for it to be finished, really, because I love the colours. The camera again does no justice for it whatsoever. It's actually like a really sort of light purple with bits of different colours in it, but the camera just does not do it any good. But yeah, that's one thing I'm also working on. The thing I wanted to show you in my video is my blocking mat. Now, I never knew much about blocking. Like, I knew about it, but I never did it myself. And I only did it myself since I've got back off holiday, and I blocked this shawl here. And I'm actually really impressed, because I thought blocking does nothing, but it really does do a lot of changes to your work. It makes it bigger, it makes it nicer, you can see like the pattern more in the wool. It's just quite amazing. But just grab it. So I got, I didn't want to spend too much because I'm on like a budget with knitting. Yes, I do sort of buy quite a lot of wool, quite a lot of stuff for my knitting, and my parents and my boyfriend do get really racked off. But yeah, I kind of have an obsession, but we won't talk about that. So yeah, this is from Amazon. I will link it below if I find it. I'm sure I will, because I only ordered it like a few weeks back, like two weeks ago or less. And it is actually a play set for children. So it's waterproof, obviously, but it's like a play mat. Sorry, not play set, play mat for children. And you got all these different coloured squares. I think there's is there 12? Hold on. No, there's 9. There's 9 squares. 3, 6, yeah. So there's 9 squares total. It really opens out quite a lot, and it's just great for blocking. You just all stick it all together, really easy, and you block your stuff. So this was really good, and if you're on a budget like me, it was only like, I think it was £15 altogether, so that's not too bad. Isn't actually a proper knitting block mat, but it is used for that as well. It can be used. A lot of people in the comments have said I have used this to block my knitting, and it has worked, so it does work. So yeah, that's helpful. Another little topic I wanted to talk about is time with knitting. Now, I know life gets so busy, you have a schedule, you've got a routine, and knitting sometimes just does not fit in with that routine. You can barely knit, and it's really annoying because you've got work and other things to do. So I really want to mention about making time for your knitting, because you can make time for your knitting, and I want to be able to help you if you are struggling to make time. Sorry, I just had to have a bit of my coffee. Okay, so one thing I was thinking about doing is maybe starting a class online. So it would be for beginners, people who don't even know anything about knitting, or people who are really the knitters and they know a lot about knitting and they can knit and it's great. But I was thinking of making a classroom where everyone's welcome, all different levels of knitters. I was thinking of maybe we could all sort of have this classroom. I would make the classroom up, so I'd set it up and add the people who want to be added. And we could all sort of have a video chat kind of thing, and we could all just be sat there knitting. We can share ideas with each other, we can share what we're knitting on, projects or tips and tricks we use. And I just sort of thought it would bring like the community sort of a little bit together more, because obviously it's an online community for me, and I don't meet any of my knittings. I don't meet any of my knitters, and that's really sad, because I would love to meet everybody who I talk to regularly, who talk to me on YouTube or Instagram. And I have had quite a few people say, oh, I'd love to have a knit and natter with you, and I was like, yes, so would I. And it's such a shame, because some of these people live in, like, you know, the USA and I'm in the UK, so it's a big difference. But I was thinking maybe with the online classroom we could start doing that, and all getting together from different regions as well. We're all from different places. I just thought that'd be really nice, get to know you all a little bit more, and for you guys to get to know me a little bit more as well. I would absolutely love to knit and natter with, and I really hope one day that dream comes true and we can actually all meet up somewhere, maybe in a cafe that's sort of in the middle of where we both live or all live, so it's fair for journey wise, and we could all just knit and it would just be really lovely. So yeah, I wanted to mention that, but like people say I have no time to knit. Well, I promise you, you can make time, and I will help you make time as well. Even though your life may be a really busy scheduled life, you may be working all the time, night shifts or morning shifts or whatever, I will help you. I want to be able to help you make time. You know, it takes, without all the, maybe for me, I have to edit videos, make videos, that takes up quite a lot of time. If I didn't have to do all of this, which I love doing, I would have a little bit more time to knit. But yeah, I mean, I'm still a slow knitter. I am really slow, as you can tell. It takes me a long time to finish projects. Yeah, so it does take me like 2 weeks to sometimes finish like a shawl, or even longer than 2 weeks. It all depends what sort of wool it is, if it's, you know, 4-ply, if it's finger weight, if it's Aran, or if it's chunky. There's so much different stuff, and the chunkier the yarn, obviously the more you're going to get finished, because it's quicker and it knits up faster. But when it's tiny yarn, it does take a longer time. So that is something to keep in mind, that if you are a little bit busy and on the busy side and working quite a lot, then chunkier yarns would be probably your thing to start knitting up with, because that's what I started with, and I got a lot more things done. Whereas when I started to go to the 4-ply and the tiny yarn with the tiny needles, it took a long time. And it feels like it's never growing, but it is growing. It just feels like it's not. You do like maybe 40 rows and you think, what? Have I just done 40 rows? but yeah. Anyway, I will go now. I just wanted to mention that, and if anyone is interested, that would be really, really nice to see if people would like to join me on the Knit and Natter group. Obviously I have not started it up yet or anything like that, because no one has yet messaged me to say I would like that. But yeah, that's just something in mind if people are wanting to do that. Oh, my voice is going very croaky now. Anyway, so that is it for today, and I will see you next week. I hope you all have a lovely week, and happy knitting. Bye.